Hello everyone, and welcome to this new video. This isn't the standard League video that I make, but I wanted to make it nonetheless. I've made a similar video in the past on another topic, and I quite enjoy making them. In this video, I wanted to talk about Ranked. Specifically the way it feels to play in the higher ranks right now. In my opinion, if you're trying to go for Grandmaster or Challenger this season, it feels super unrewarding. And some of the games and the game quality overall doesn't feel that good. I've had a fair bit of fun playing this season so far, but I can't lie and say that there aren't flaws within it. The biggest issue right now is the LP inflation that is happening. Essentially, every single season at the beginning of a season, a lot of players gain a huge amount of LP. When they start playing ranked again, they get something like plus 30, minus 10. And usually this is given so that they can get back to their previous peak quickly. But this season, it feels way worse than any other season. It feels like every high ranked individual is getting it regardless of what they peaked. And it feels like you can climb much easier to the higher ranks, but not because you improved necessarily. To give an example, I am going to pull up on screen right now a screenshot of Phantasm getting 30 LP while he's at 1,300 LP. This is way too much LP to gain on one win at 1,300 LP. Even if Phantasm peaked rank 1, this should not happen ever. I've even seen some people get to Challenger 1,000 LP with a negative win rate. And this is because, again, essentially everyone is getting that plus 30, minus 10. You're going to have Master players getting into Grandmaster and Challenger for the first time in their lives. And even though that might seem great, it actually isn't. And this is because it's happening to a lot of people at the same time. A lot of Master players that have been in Masters for 4 or 5 years constantly never getting to even 600 LP are now getting the Grandmaster. And you can think about this in two ways. You can say that they genuinely improved and climbed up to Grandmaster finally, and even Challenger, and that can certainly happen, but the issue with that logic is the fact that it's happening en masse. It's not just one or two people. There's a ton of people that are just getting into Grandmaster after being stuck in Master for the longest time, for years on end. And this is happening because of the LP gains that are super inflated. It genuinely feels horrible. The actual queue times in the higher ranks feel shorter for sure, but that doesn't mean someone who's stuck in Diamond is now able to get to Master 300 LP even though they were stuck in Diamond for so many years. Either all these people improved at the same time the moment Season 16 hit, or something is seriously wrong with the matchmaking and with the actual LP gains. Last season, I did a climb that took me about 2.5 to 3 months to finish. What I did is grinded 7 accounts to Challenger at the same time. I played every single day for about 2.5 to 3 months. I got 6 accounts in Challenger, 1 was Grandmaster, but that's totally fine. The cutoff was at 745. And that cutoff took about 2.5 to 3 months to get to. But if you look at the cutoff right now, it's horrendously large. The cutoff right now on every single region is higher than the cutoff at the end of last season. And we are not even a full month into this season. If you look right now on EUNE, the cutoff is about 960. At the end of last season, if I remember correctly, it was 950. We got this cutoff after not even a month. Look at Korea, where it's already at 1,130. The Challenger cutoff for EE West is almost 1,200. And this isn't even mentioning the Grandmaster cutoffs. Imagine you're a Master player trying to get to Grandmaster. You're going to have to push through 800 LP before you change your rank. Until then, you're still in Master. On North America, there's currently 10 people at 2,000 LP. And there's some players that are even at 2,300 LP. Back in the day, actually being even at 1,000 LP meant something. Take a look at this screenshot from Season 8. TF Blade is rank 3 with 1,000 LP. Here's another screenshot from Panzer Dragon's account. At 600 LP, he is in the top 40. And this is pretty deep into the season. I don't actually know the date at which these screenshots were posted, but Panzer Dragon has 1,000 games on his account, and TF Blade has a bit over 700. So it must have been pretty deep into the actual season. The super high cutoff also makes it super grindy. You just have to spam games over and over and over again, because the cutoff keeps rising so much. And Riot actually said this is totally fine, and they essentially doubled down on it. They said that some people have negative negative LP gains and they want to fix that. And I wonder why the negative LP gains are such an issue. Just let people lose more LP than they win sometimes if their MMR is bad. If they simply want to fix the negative LP gains for someone that has good MMR, then fair enough. But I do hope that is where it ends. And getting to a higher LP point won't feel as rewarding either. And the reason is because of the gains. Getting 30 LP every game and losing 10 is horrible. It's obviously a very large amount of LP and some people would love this, but you would unironically have to be super delusional to think that you've hyper improved with those gains. Let's say right now after playing 200 games you get plus 25 minus 15, and before that every game was close to plus 30 minus 10, and you actually end up outpeaking what you peaked last season but by a whole lot. There's no universe where you're going to realistically think that that is fair, and that you actually just hyper improved. Even if you hit a new height with such high gains, it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't reflect your true skill if you think about it. The same goes for all the master players that finally hit Grandmaster and Challenger for the first time. Obviously there's a limited number of slots in Grandmaster and Challenger, but because they peaked Grandmaster or Challenger, they can say that they got Grandmaster or Challenger as their peak, obviously. They might dip back down, but they gained it and they can say, yeah, I gained this rank. It kinda reminds me of that quote that Syndrome has in The Incredibles.
And when everyone's super, no one will be.
If a very large chunk of the community gets into Grandmaster or Challenger all of a sudden, then the rank of Grandmaster and Challenger loses its prestigiousness. The reason Grandmaster and Challenger are such sought after ranks is because of their scarcity. People also want to get into Grandmaster and Challenger to be seen as really good players. I don't want to come off as me being rude and saying that people just don't improve at all. I simply want to state the fact that so many people improving at once is not realistic at all, and especially not at the beginning of a new season. I did my unranked to Challenger series, and it is completely finished. I have the footage, I just need to edit through it. There's more videos that I need to post, I just have to edit them. And I wanted to start another climb with Udyr where I get to Challenger. I have other accounts that are unranked, and I can obviously do a climb that is unranked to Challenger with Udyr as opposed to unranked to 1000 LP. But the cutoff is already at 960 LP, and it genuinely feels like such a hyper grind. I don't want to just spam 50 million games every day. Maybe there's also the fact that I feel slightly burnt out on League and that might make it feel worse. I've played through the new season, I've experimented with a bunch of different stuff, but I just don't have the drive to sit down and play a bunch of games anymore right now. I did do that for a significant amount of time, basically from the beginning of the season I would just spam games every day, but now I feel like I need to take a bit of a break. I still love to make videos and make League content, I just don't really feel like playing a bunch of League right now. I might even take a break from streaming for a while because nobody's gonna wanna watch like 2 games of me playing League and then stopping stream. Because that's essentially a 1-hour stream and that's about it. Sometimes I might not even have the drive to play 2 games in a row. For the past few days I've been playing some games, but that's about it. I played a few decays on my main, I played even an ARAM and some Earth. But actually playing ranked and grinding it out, I just don't have the drive for it right now. I could work on some other guides or make other video projects, but playing League right now for multiple hours on end, I just can't do. I'm also trying to have fun with the champions I play, but genuinely, I kinda don't feel like playing any champion right now. Grinding for Grandmaster or Challenger right now is not worth it. You need to put a lot of time in, and you will be hyperinflated if you do it and just spam enough games. The system rewards you for that right now. And I don't think rewarding people for just showing up is that great of a system. Because there's no way someone who was stuck for 4 or 5 years at a certain rank suddenly manages to hyperclimb the moment season 16 hits. Either he super improved or something changed within the matchmaking or the LP gains are just hyperinflated. Later on into the season things might change and the LP inflation might die down, but this feels really bad right now. One solution I have is to just straight up hard reset the top ladder. Hard reset the entire ladder for Master Plus players. Place everyone back down to 0 LP and everybody gets the same amount of LP. Everybody should start with getting plus 20 minus 20. And and then as they win and lose games, their MMR changes and they might gain more or gain less. Resetting the entire ranked ladder right now is out of the question. It would be quite bad. But resetting the Master Plus ladder would be very good. That way there won't be people getting at 2000 LP not even a month into the season. But those are just my thoughts on the matter. I don't want to be super negative in this video. And again, it might just be because I'm burnt out and that's why I'm saying these things. But seeing the cutoffs climb so high is kinda absurd. My goal every single season was to get to 1000 LP because I thought 1000 LP was a pretty good milestone. And I've done that every single season for a few years now. But now if you get to 1000 LP, you might not even get into Challenger. Before it was a top 10 spot, now it's not. Since I'm probably gonna be taking a break from streaming as well and playing League, I have time to just edit the footage that I already have available, and I might even make some new videos with some new ideas. But I'm not entirely sure yet. I do want to hear your opinion on this as well in the comments if you wish to share it. I might play some other games that I want, like Legends of Runeterra or Dead by Daylight, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I just kinda wanna relax for a bit, maybe make some other League related content, maybe work on a few League guides, but actually playing the game, yeah, I'm probably gonna play like 2 or 3 games at most in one day. Unless I play with some of my friends and I go for some ARAMs or normals or Earth. I'm sorry this wasn't a super structured video and I just kinda rambled on, but I just wanted to say these things and explain what I'm thinking. And yeah, that would essentially be it. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope the information that I've given out here was somewhat useful. Perhaps the information in this video wasn't that useful, but I enjoyed making this video and I just wanted to talk about these things. I will see you all in the next video, hopefully very soon.